Hello, my name is Alec Goulet, and today we're going to be doing some experiments with gummy bears. We're going to be putting them in just tap water, which I have here. We're going to put them in a saltwater solution, a sodium chloride solution, which I have here. This salt water has been pretty saturated. As you can see, I've been stirring, agitating, and some of it's not dissolving, so I know it is pretty well saturated. So we have a high salt concentration in that water. And then just to make sure no one eats and messes with the experiment, I just have these jars over here that we're going to be putting some gummy bears in to make sure they stay safe. I have two sets here. We'll be looking at a orange and a purple just to see if there's any difference with the colors or anything, and to make sure that we have consistent results. And then here's a big pack of gummy bears as well. So let's drop the orange ones in here. We got our tap water, salt water, and then just a regular, nothing in there. Tap water, salt water, and nothing. And for the sake of my experiment with the cats and potentially the earthquakes, I'm just going to cover these up to make sure nothing messes with this experiment. And ironically, we had Mr. Bear help us out with our gummy bear experiment as our salt shaker. So it looks like, just a quick hypothesis, I think the tap water is going to soak into the gummy bears and make them expand. The salt water will probably pull the water out of the gummy bears, making them shrink, and then I don't think we will see any significant change over the next few hours with these guys. So we'll be able to compare, and if not, we can enjoy some and have more to compare over here. I will set a timer for 6 hours, and we will check back in shortly and see how this goes. As we are a few hours into this experiment, we can see a little bit about how the gummy bears that is in water appears to be a little more swollen and a little bit bigger than the one that we have in the salt water here, as compared to the one we have that is not in anything and is just exposed to air. We can see this through the osmosis. There is a little bit of a reflection of light and all that stuff, so I'll be interested to see a side-by-side comparison when we get them out here in a little bit. But as we look through the ingredients in the gummy bears, we can see there's corn syrup, sugar, water, and gelatin. So here through the experiment, it looks like we're looking at the osmosis of the water that is in the gummy bears, or that is entering into the gummy bears. But we'll take a look at that more once we get it out. Alright, so here I have taken out the gummy bears from each of the solutions. On the left side we have the ones that were in the tap water. In the middle we have the ones that were in the salt water. And then to the right we have the regular ones. And looking as I was getting them out, I could definitely tell that the ones that were in the water were like almost swollen, felt like they were a little bit heavier, and that they had gained some water, which resulted in them being a little bit bigger. The salt ones appeared to be, or the ones that were in the salt water appeared to have lost a little bit of mass, and they are a little bit smaller in comparison to the regular ones. Let me just take these regular ones, kind of put them in between, so we can get a better view of what had happened with them. This appears to have happened through osmosis. So what happens with osmosis in this experiment was we went from a concentration of higher water solution into the lower concentration of water. So with the ones that were in the regular tap water, the water was lower inside the gummy bear, so the water moved into the gummy bears. In the salt water, it was reversed because there was a lower concentration of water outside of the gummy bears, so basically the water traveled from in the gummy bear to the saltwater solution, causing them to shrink. And here, the regular gummy bears stayed the same as they would have if they weren't placed in any solutions, because we didn't do anything to them. So I guess I can have these ones. I could probably have the water ones, but I'll just toss those out. So yeah, great experiment.